for staying with us on Blitz. I'm Brian Carter, joined at this time by a couple of the seniors on the Lady Indians softball team here at Lumpkin County. I got Frankie Walls over here, Jessie Barrett over here. They're giggly right now, but we're going to get started with the interview. First, tell us, both of you, where you grew up at and how long you've been playing softball, and if you're involved in any other activities here at Lumpkin County.
Well, I grew up here in Dahlonega. I've lived here my whole life. I used to go to school in Dawsonville, though, and I played for their middle school team. And then I came here, and I guess I've never not made the softball team. And I don't know, I guess. I'm involved also in, like, basketball and tennis and a lot of little clubs and stuff like FCA. That's about it. I'm 17. Woo.
All right, Frankie, what about you?
I also grew up in Dahlonega, and I've played softball since me and Jessie played in T-ball together, and when we were 4. Like Jessie, I also played basketball and part of FCA, and that's all.
Okay. Last season, your team had a great finish. You upset a lot of teams in the Region 7 AAA tournament. It became one of the 4 teams that went on to play in the 3A state playoffs. How special was last year to you?
I feel like it was really, really special because we were kind of like undermined as a team because most of our seniors left us last year, and we kind of rose up to the challenge, and it just really felt good to come in and do as good as we did, and I'm just proud. And I hope we do the same this year. So.
Exactly. I agree exactly.
Okay. All right. Now, you entered this season. You have a new coach, and Coach Arnold, and you're fresh off your state playoff run of last year. What are your expectations going into 2010?
Well, it's kind of like this is our last run, so I really expect to get in there and get the job done, and just do like we did last year, only better. Like, I really expect to be LFO this year and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, and it's a little different this year knowing that we're seniors because this could be our last year playing, and we just want to go as far as we can.
Now, speaking of that, I know you're both seniors, so are you thinking at this point of playing after high school yet?
Yes, I would like to.
Jessie?
I don't know yet. Depends on if anyone comes and talks to me, I guess. I don't know. It'd be a possibility, I suppose.
Okay. A major change this year statewide in high school softball has been the pitcher's rubbers moved back from 40 feet to 43 feet. I've heard a lot of pitchers say that does make a difference for them, but you two are primarily hitters. Talk about how that impacts your game.
It does, but then it doesn't. I feel like it is coming in either a lot lower or a lot higher because they're either really trying to get it there or they're really struggling to get it there. And we're not seeing as much as that perfect pitch, like right at your waist, either outside or inside. I just feel like we're not seeing as much of that, but it doesn't make a difference.
I guess I'm completely opposite. I don't know. It doesn't really affect me. I guess I've always just hit the ball wherever it is. I don't know.
What about the speed? Does it seem
It seems
any
the same to me, too, yeah. I don't know.
All right, now we talked a little about your team expectations, but what are your personal goals this year, both of you?
Well, of course you want to bat 1,000, but that's not possible. But my personal goal is probably just to do the best I can as leading the team as a senior and trying to keep everyone as balanced as possible and just trying to be a role model, and just do the best that I personally can in the game, but also remember that it is just a game and just try to make everything fun and have a good time.
That's exactly what I was going to say, so I just wanted to talk.
Okay.
Sorry.
Frankie agrees with Jessie most of the time. Now, when you look at the girls on the team, you have 6 seniors, including the 2 of you. Is there any pressure that you feel to want to win now, knowing that it's your last go-around?
There is, but I'm trying real hard not to let it overwhelm me because it does sometimes get to where you're like, oh my gosh, this is probably the last time I'll step out here. This is my last first home game or my last first game. And it does get overwhelming, but I just have to remind myself and be like, it's going to be okay, it's okay. So.
Frankie?
Yeah, it's different. I feel a little bit more selfish this year, and I think that's okay, but I don't know. I don't want to be really selfish. I don't like being selfish.
Well, last question, girls. First of all, I was going to ask what class you got out of, first of all.
Weight training. That's why I look so
you're
well.
You're not missing much.
Yes,
so.
yes.
Jessie?
AP biology.
Okay, so you're probably happy to be here. Superstitions. Do either one of you have any superstitions when it comes to playing softball?
A little bit. We just all kind of know don't step on the line. And a couple of the seniors, they spit on the line. I don't know. The outfielders, outies.
I think I always do better when my dad comes. I don't really know why, but
That's true. Jimmy Walls.
All All right. Well, Frankie and Jessie, thank you both so much for taking time out of class. I know you hate doing that, but getting out of class to come here and be with us on the show, and hope you have a great season.
Thank you.
Now, coming up after the break, we got some highlights and the player of the week coming up next. Don't go anywhere.